Hi everybody. Let's take a few moments. So we need a sturdy chair. So I just have one of the sturdy folding chairs here from UW. So finding a nice sturdy chair that you can feel comfortable in. And then just like if we were in class together, giving yourself a few moments to get situated in your chair. So for some of us, if you can see, I'm starting to slide back a little bit in my chair. Sitting back a little bit is going to go ahead and give us a little more support through the legs and through your back. You can let your hands, arms rest down on your thigh bones. If you want a little more challenge, you're going to slide forward. Okay, so you can be anywhere on the seat of the chair that you feel comfortable. Okay, so sitting forward is going to require a little more core stability. So knowing that, you're going to have to use a little more low belly, right, and some low back muscles, okay? So just like if we were in class together, letting your hands rest on your thigh bones, finding your comfortable seated shape, okay, and then starting to feel your body. So if we start down in your feet, you might wiggle your toes a little bit, right? You might lift and lower your heels a few times, lift and lower the balls of your feet, right? And if you have shoes on, that's just a-okay. You're just gonna wiggle your toes in your socks and your shoes, okay? And then you're gonna find a nice place for your feet on the floor and just feel the feet connect to the floor. And knowing the floor connects to the earth, this might help provide some stability. And then coming up through your legs, right, into your seat. And so if it's helpful, you can wobble, right, or tip side to side a little bit, feeling those sit bones, right? Your sit bones are grounding, going into the chair. And just seeing if you can feel in your body some balance between the right butt cheek and the left butt cheek, right? Into those sit bones. And then, right, more of this just nice, sweet, natural lift up through your spine. Shoulders can rest down out of your ears. But rest, remember, isn't force, so we're not forcing or pulling the shoulders down. And then just letting your head maybe draw back a little bit so the ears are a little more back over your shoulders, okay? And the chin can drop a little bit so it's more flat than really lifted, right? And then eyes open or eyes closed. I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes. And then we're going to practice feeling our breath. The importance of taking a few moments to draw our awareness inward, to feel your body taking an inhale, and to feel your body taking an exhale. And breathing in and out through your nose. As we take just a few more breaths here, settling with your breath. So we're going to work a little bit with letting go of tension across the chest here. And letting go of some tension through the neck, right? So tension out of the neck, tension out of the chest. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start here is just bringing your hands, crossing over onto your collarbones. So your collarbones are right up through here. And we're just going to let your fingertips touch the collarbones, easy touch. And noticing what you feel here when you take about 5 breaths. So learning to feel the sensations of your breath through your bones. So as you breathe, maybe you notice your bones here move as you breathe. So maybe you've noticed as you inhale, your collarbones here slide up. And as you exhale, your collarbones here slide down. So one of the benefits of taking an exhale is when the collarbones slide down, the muscles in your neck that tend to be really tight lengthen. As you exhale, these bones here slide down, helping release some tension through the neck. So we're going to do this about 3 more breaths. Practicing what we call the full commitment exhale, meaning you give the breath its full lifespan, so all the way through to the pause. Nice. Full exhale, then your hands can come back down on your lap, and we'll just take about 5 breaths. And as we breathe here, just shifting some attention out of the collarbones down into your feet again. Might feel your feet connecting to the floor. Might feel the weight of your sit bones, your bottom in the chair. More natural, easeful length up of the spine. Great, and then we're going to just let your right arm hang down. So Sue just walked by, so I said hi. We're going to take your right arm out and up, and then bring your right arm down and in. Okay, so now moving this collarbone, so as the arm goes out and the arm comes up, maybe feeling how the collarbone moves. You might also start to incorporate your shoulder blade. So your shoulder blade on your back, the higher the arm comes, the shoulder blade lifts up, up, up. Exhale as the arm comes down. The collarbone lowers, the shoulder blade lowers. Great, let's try 2 more together. Inhale, your arm lifts. Exhale, your arm comes down. Great, right arm then comes and rests on your right knee, left arm comes down. Great, so with the awareness here through this left collarbone. Inhale, like a sun salutation arm, if you do yoga. Arm lifts. Exhale, arm comes down. Inhale, arm lifts. With your breath, exhale, arm comes down. So for some of us, a little more challenging, incorporating the shoulder blade there on the back. As the arm lifts, as it comes about shoulder height, you might start to feel the shoulder blade sliding up, up, up. With your exhale, the arm coming down, the collarbone moving, the shoulder blade lowering. 2 more here on your own. Just following your breath. Great, as your left arm comes down, let's bring both arms down. So with both arms down, palms facing behind you, your pinky fingers will be out, right? So there'll just be a natural rotation of the arms. We'll inhale, right? Collarbones, shoulder blades. Exhale, coming down. Great, let's try for 5. So maybe doing 4 more. If your arms are starting to get tired, no, you can always rest or pause. just as if we were in class together, feeling your breath and then moving the arm. So when you feel your exhale, that's your cue to let the arm come down. Feel your inhale, that's your cue to lift the arm. Good, last one, then the arms come down by your side. Great, let's bring your arms out in front of you. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, the arms coming up, just about shoulder height. Exhale, if you want a little more challenge, swinging the arms behind you. Inhale, the arms coming forward. Exhale, the arms going back. One more similar to that. Great, and then the arms coming down, bringing your hands back to your legs, pausing for just a few breaths here. So eyes open or eyes closed. Just returning to feel your body breathe. We'll take about 5 breaths. And as you feel the next couple of breaths, if your eyes are closed, you can start to let your eyes open. Great. So one of the topics that we cover in Simply Stable is core stability, right? So defining the core here, just for the purpose of this class today, is from the shoulder area down through the rib cage, through these lower abdominals, and let's go ahead and incorporate some of that hip and some of the back of the leg, your hamstring, okay? So if we're thinking a little more of this core stability here, right, we want to really hold the trunk. So from the shoulders, down through the ribs, down through the pelvis, into the back of the legs, real steady, okay? So we're going to swing the arms just a couple more times. I'm going to turn sideways just on the corner of my chair so you can see my spine a little more. So one of the challenges we can add here, as we start to swing the arms up and back, is to just move the arm, not moving the spine. So if I swing my arm way back, I might push forward in my spine, right? This is not, right, what we want today. So this is an example of what we do not want. What we want, right, is core stability, then the arms swinging, okay? So feeling in your own body as you swing your arms a couple of times, more mobility swing in the arm with more stability and strength through your trunk, okay? If you want a different challenge, right? Maybe one arm goes forward and one arm goes back. Good. Let's swing the arms just like we were taking a walk with a really big swing. Trying to keep the weight even through the feet, even through the sit bones. Right? One more swing with the right arm forward, one more swing with the left arm forward. And then we'll let the arms come down. Good. Hands can rest on your knees. And we'll walk your feet just a little bit wider. Good. So we're going to take some awareness into your hips here and into your low belly core and into your low back. Okay? So using, right, these low belly muscles, if we had a cummerbund on, right? Remember our cummerbund muscles, right? The transverse abdominis muscles here to really help stabilize the lower belly and the lower back. We're going to push a little more down with the right foot and lift your left leg a little bit. Then slowly bringing the left foot back, down, press down, lift up through the right leg. Right? Slowly pushing the right leg down and going side to side. So here is your challenge. Not moving the weight a whole lot side to side. So keeping that trunk nice and strong. If lifting your leg is a little too much, feel free, just lift your heels, right? So the awareness of staying connected through the trunk without shifting the weight right side, left side a whole lot. Good. So finding your challenge, we're going to do about 2 more on each side. Noticing a little less weight shift side to side. Good. Next time your left leg comes down, we'll pause. Walk the feet a little closer together, and then let your arms come down by your side. Great. So let's put a couple of these pieces together. Okay, so remember when we took the arm out and up? Now you're going to lift your left leg. Exhale, leg comes down, arm comes down. Right leg, left arm. And then going side to side a few times. How strong can you stay through your trunk as the arms and legs move up and down? Good, let's try one more on each side. Right? Noticing a little less weight shifting side to side. Good. Right arm, left leg will be the last one. And then we'll come back down, we'll bring our hands back onto our knees, and we'll pause here, take a little rest. So, if you want to keep your hands on your knees, feel free. Or you can slide forward a little bit, bring your palms together, and let your elbows come down on your knees. You can take a soft gaze down towards the floor. And then wherever we are, right, either sitting up with our hands on our knees or our elbows on our knees, now pause again to feel your feet on the floor. Maybe wiggle your toes around a little bit. And feel the breath in your body. And then bringing some attention to your middle back, okay? So in your middle back, where we're talking is right here in this midsection, lower back ribs, right? You have your right kidney here, you have your left kidney here. And as we pause here, again, some attention on feeling your breath. So what do you feel in that mid-back when you take a couple inhales and when you take a couple exhales? That gentle reminder, we all have a unique feeling when we breathe. There's no one right way to feel. So it's learning to feel the breath in your body. Great, couple more breaths. And then with your next exhale, right, we'll just come back on up to sitting. Okay, so we're gonna stand up here and we're gonna walk. So if you're using a chair and you want more balance, feel free to walk around to the back of the chair. If, right, you don't need the chair, you can feel free to stand in front of your chair, okay? So I'm gonna stand behind the chair just to start here, okay? So feel free, as you take your legs out a little wider, you can always put your hands on the back of the chair, okay? So with your feet nice and grounded, you can look down, you might wiggle your toes a little bit, and we have soft knees, okay? So soft knees, strong feet into the floor, okay? And then we're gonna check back and just notice what might be going on, again, across the collarbones. So if you want to bring your hands back up, you could feel this, or you could keep your hands on the chair. We're gonna take about 5 breaths just to notice the space, the width, and hopefully a little more ease across your collarbones. So breathing here, taking an inhale. When your body's ready to exhale, exhale. And just like when we were seated, noticing the bones moving with your breath. Great, staying nice and connected through your feet. We're going to start a couple wide sumo squats. So with your exhale, shins, so your lower legs coming forward. With your inhale, pulling your shins back. Okay, shins going forward. With your inhale, shins coming back. So I'm going to walk in front of the chair just so you can see my shins. So here's the shin. When we go down, making sure that the shin has a little movement forward, and as we come up, the shin has some movement back. So we're shifting the awareness now down into your ankles. Ankle flexion and extension. Okay? Knees going a little more over your middle toes. Good. Maybe you bend just a little bit. Maybe you're bending a little deeper. Really honoring your knees. We'll try about 3 more. Good. And then we're going to challenge ourselves. So little bend in your knees. Hands can be in your hips. If you want more challenge, shins coming a little more forward. And pausing in this sumo squat position for about 3 breaths. When you feel your exhale, feeling your feet, inhale coming all the way on up. Good. And then we're going to step your feet together. Arms can hang down by your side. We practice standing strong with ease. So we can stand nice and tall with strength and still feel the collarbones as you take an inhale, as you take an exhale. Good, couple more breaths here. Sweet. So, letting your arms hang, we're going to inhale, take both arms out and up, similar to what we did in the chair. Exhale, arms come down and in. Great, we're going to do a few more. Inhaling, arms come out and up. Exhaling, arms down and in. So similar to when we were in the chair. Collarbones moving. Shoulder blades on your back moving, right? So on your back here, here's your shoulder blade, right? A little bit like a bar of soap. When the arms come about as high as your shoulders, shoulder blades move up. When the arms come down, the shoulder blades come down. One more like this. Excellent. Then the arms come down. Okay, so if you're standing behind your chair, right, and you want to use your chair, you might turn your chair sideways. We're going to do a little bit of balance, okay? So similar to what we did in the chair, okay? I'm going to put the chair this way so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so similar to what we did when we were in the chair, we're going to practice just grounding through the right side and starting to pick up your left heel and maybe pick up your left leg. And then putting the left leg back down, okay? So again, using the idea of trunk stability, when we lift the left knee, a little less wobble. Good, let's do 2 more. Maybe challenging yourself to take your hand off the chair. Fabulous. Then when the left foot comes down, we're going to add the right arm. Inhale, left leg lifts up a little bit, right arm comes up. Exhale, right arm comes down, left leg comes down. Okay, so always make sure that you feel steady. That is very important. We want to work always from a place of foundation and steadiness. If you're feeling foundation and steadiness, awesome, right? If you're not, pause, come back to standing, regroup, take a couple of breaths, okay? If you're finding this really challenging, right, we can break it down. We could just lift the left heel and maybe take the arm out just to the right and stay right here. There's a lot happening to build strength right here in this shape. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. So we've done quite a few. That's okay. Last one. Maybe you're right here. And then exhale. Maybe the left hand stays on the chair for a couple breaths. Maybe it comes down. Regroup. Take a moment. Maybe bend and straighten the knees a little bit. Move around. And just find, again, that steady, strong stance with some ease. Feeling, connecting to the floor, which connects to the earth, and connecting to your breathing. Sweet. And then when you finish your next exhale, we're going to take the chair, if you're using it, and swing it around. So the chair is a nice prop. It brings a little weight into it. So you have to pick up something and move it around, right? Just be careful that when you're doing it, you feel safe picking up the chair. All right, so now we're going to lift the right heel, maybe lift the right knee, and exhale, lower it back down. Lift and lower. Lift. Lower. How steady do you feel? Okay, remember you can always pause and stop, right? And come back and get steady. Okay, then you can start to add the left arm. Exhale, we go down. Inhale, we come up. Okay, if you're feeling a little, right, more steady here, maybe your hand comes off of the chair and you try a couple. If you're not feeling really steady on this side, you're not doing anything wrong, right? You can pause and just regroup, right? We're not always equally balanced side to side. So when we do each side and we go slow like we are, we tend to notice our imbalances a little more. And that gives us an opportunity to really slow down and be patient with ourselves, right? And find that steadiness. Okay, so maybe you're just lifting your heel and bringing your left arm out. There's a lot happening here, right? Let's just do 2 more. And then coming back, pausing and standing. Great, let's take 5 breaths here together. Go ahead and finish 5 breaths, and then we're all going to grab our chairs and have a seat back in our chair. So we're just going to come back down to that same seated shape we had when we started. So hands can come back down on our knees, right? Finding, right, maybe the back of the chair. Maybe we sit up a little bit. There's no like one perfect, right, correct spot on the chair. You're going to find where you feel the most support. Okay, and then we're going to wiggle your toes again. If you have shoes on, wiggle your toes in your shoes. Let your feet just have an opportunity to feel the bottom of your shoe, feel the floor, feel the earth. And then that connection again through your bottom, through your sit bones. Lifting naturally up through your spine. And then coming back to crossing your hands to feel these collarbones again. Just noticing what you feel under these bones when you breathe. As you breathe, bones move. Coming into this awareness to feel these bones moving will take about 5 breaths. And we're going to do a very simple twist, okay? So without any force at all, okay? Sometimes we force ourselves into a twist. We're just going to twist lightly. So what do I mean by force? Oftentimes we'll twist and then we'll force it like we're cranking ourselves around, right? So little less crank or force, a little more ease in the twist. Okay? And then we'll come back. And then an easy twist over to the left. And then when you feel your exhale coming back to center, good, one more time to the right. And then the center. And one more time to the left. And then back to center. Great. And then bringing your hands back down to your thigh bones. Great. And then just like we were in class, bringing your feet out in front of you, sitting back in your chair, and then taking the next 5 minutes here on your own, or a little less if you need less time, right, to just rest in your chair. So hands can be on your thigh bones, you can close your eyes, and then just let the chair hold you up, and take a few breaths. So I'll let you do your 3 minutes or 5 minutes of chair relaxation on your own. Thank you all for taking class today. I look forward to teaching you again soon, hopefully in real life. Bye.